That is a great book.
Yeah.
That is a hilarious book.
That's a hilarious guy. Total control so far by St. Pierre. A lot more, I think, even though he was the favorite coming in, Joe, a lot more than people anticipated.
Yeah, the control and the stand-up, and it's because Thiago's worried about those takedowns, and the takedowns have been pretty decisive. George has been able to take him down every time he wants.
77% effective with his takedowns in his career.
Good job by Thiago of avoiding that mount, getting to full guard again.
It's also been nearly 2 years since St. Pierre's been on his back.
He's hammer fisting from the bottom. Thiago's bleeding very badly from his nose, Mike. And then George slams an elbow into it.
Joe, you and I have said for a long time that Thiago Alves, in the package that he brings, probably the biggest threat to GSP's throne.
Nasty elbow right there from George on that nose again.
But it certainly doesn't look like it now, does it?
Well, you know what? On paper, things are always different on paper than they are in the octagon. And George St. Pierre is a special fighter.
Just the second round.
He's not just special in his ability to fight, he's also special in his ability to implement game plans and to follow through with what his coaches ask of him.
From the South Shore of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He grew up mentally after that first Matt Hughes fight. And other than the shocking defeat at the hands of Matt Serra in their first matchup, this guy's been nearly unstoppable.
And this is shades of the BJ Penn fight, Mike. He's wearing Thiago down with this ground and pound. And he's constantly making him work. Thiago's breathing very heavy. He's constantly trying to fight to keep GSP from passing his guard. And in the meantime, he's taking punches and elbows.
Dominant performance by St. Pierre with 1.5 minutes remaining in the second. He continues to tee off on the challenger. Pressing very high up on the guard of Thiago Alves.
Thiago is unable to do anything offensively from his back, so George is not worried about any submissions. He's unable to even attempt any sweeps, so George doesn't have to worry about that. All George has to worry about is him slippering away. He's got to worry about him getting up and getting back to his feet again. And so far, he's been able to control it. And as he gets more and more tired, it's going to be easier to control him.
Alves has been training his jiu-jitsu with Fabiano Holanda, who worked with George St. Pierre for 2 years. He
scrambles back to
can
his
he get
feet.
up? He's up. Can he get up?
Now, here's the question. How much does Thiago have left? He's been basically keeping George's weight on top of him that entire round and fighting for his life.
George also likes to do this, Joe, lean up against his opponent on the fence. Very effective it was in gassing out BJ Penn.
And gassing out John Fitch as well.
Absolutely.
He wore John Fitch out the same way. He doesn't let guys breathe. He stays on top of them.
Final seconds of round 2. Thiago Alves is going to need to change things up.
Brutal ground and pound by the champion, George St. Pierre. You see these right hands to the nose of Thiago Alves, and that's what opened up all the bleeding. He landed some vicious elbows in that round as well,
George,
and just
total
dominance.
Look at me, look at me. Now calm down. Breathe with me. Breathe with me. Calm down. Calm down. That's it. What a great round you did, George. I'm so proud of you. Great round. Now listen to me. He's going to come out a little desperate in this round, okay? He's going to try to knock you around a little bit, okay? So make sure you keep your hands up. When you get him on the ground, if he gets up, don't forget that arm cradle. The arm cradle, John, is that what it's called? Whatever it is. You know the cradle. Okay?
Vamos fazer isso. Vamos fazer. Mete a porrada nesse bicho.
Greg Jackson's messages to his fighters in between rounds are so calm, so deliberate. One of the best trainers in the game today. Third round.
Yeah, he's just excellent in all areas. Devising strategy, calming guys down in the corner.
St. Pierre looking to stick and move and weather what Jackson said will be an early storm here in round 3 from the Brazilian.
George caught a left hook right there, Mike.
Good kick by St. Pierre to the midsection. Thiago really tucking and looking for the big shots. Can he avoid the takedown, though?
He stuffed that one. He's just shaking him off.
That's what he needs to start to do, Joe. He's got to shake off the takedowns. Superman punch. Thiago still a little hesitant to truly let go with the legs because of the successful takedowns of St. Pierre. So he'll look to set up his kicks with the hands. Try to keep his opponent off balance a bit.
Thiago is, as a fighter, he's a specialist. I mean, what he looks to do is strike. That's all he looks to do. He's great at it, but by having that one-dimensional specialist attack, George has less to worry about than Thiago does.
St. Pierre got him again.
There he goes.
And it came shortly after another kick.
See, Thiago's not dominating the stand-up. He's doing well in the stand-up, but he's not dominating. And one of the reasons why is because George has so many things for Thiago to think about.
Thiago Alves left his family in northeast Brazil at age 19 with $70 in his pocket. He had never spent more than 2 weeks away from his mother back in Fortaleza. Been training for 6 years now at American Top Team. We have reached nearly the midway point of this championship fight.
Thiago is staying calm on the bottom, and that may be because, first of all, George is excellent at controlling him here, and I don't think he wants to blow out too much energy. Just defend, save his energy, and then look to explode to try to get back to his feet. But again, this way, George does not have to worry about being submitted from the bottom. He doesn't have to worry about being swept. He just has to worry about Thiago escaping and getting back to his feet, and which he's trying to do right now. He's exploding, and that's how he does it. He's back up to his feet.
He hasn't done any really, serious damage to St. Pierre here in round 3, Joe, but this is a much more even round.
Well, he's caught him with a couple of small punches, but you know what? George has caught him with some punches, too. And he's thus far managed to avoid getting hit with too much damage with the legs.
St. Pierre trying to extend that jab again. Good battle inside. St. Pierre switches stances. Teep looks up at the clock. 1:10 remains in the round. St. Pierre dancing around, up on the toe on the back leg. Look for a kick.
Nice leg kick by Thiago Alves. Good body kick by George.
Thiago's down.